Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Batman, my favorite character.
We know, Ray. All right, kids. It's another episode. Not only a new episode of We Are the Night, the Batman podcast.
Batman podcast.
But it's the end of the month. You know what that means? Asbats.
That's right.
All right, kids. Welcome back. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, he who loves young, dumb, blonde men. No, it's not with Hellfire. It is Justin. Yeah.
Yeah, where there's a blonde, I'm not far away.
Probably diligently studying every frame of footage from the last few episodes of The Flash.
Yes. Well, I need to watch that last episode. I haven't watched the finale yet.
Oh no, it's Wednesday. This is the finale.
Oh, is it Wednesday? Okay, I thought
Yep.
it had already aired.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be enjoying that quite a bit.
Oh my. All right. We'll be enjoying that quite a bit. All right. Yes, speaking of the young dumb blondes, yes, we're back to cover more of Jean-Paul Valley. There you go, Noel's journey, still as the Batman.
Yes.
And of course, this time, yes, we got the crossover with Catwoman. So yes, we're talking Batman 503 and 504, and Catwoman 6 and 7, which is it's kind of weird. The first Catwoman starts it, and the second Catwoman issue ends it.
Yeah,
that was on purpose.
I know it's kind of weird how they did that, but it worked out really well for the story.
I guess, yeah, but I'm just like Jim Ballant artwork. I'm like, for a 90s book, did you really? What were those sales? They couldn't have been that bad, could they?
Well, as we'll see in these issues of Catwoman, this was the early Jim Ballant stuff.
Oh yeah,
in the first year before her boobs had really gotten basketball size. He'd still kind of reined it in back in this first year of, I think was after the first year that you could see that she was wearing a bigger cup.
That was scary.
As each issue steadily progressed, you could see the weights slowly getting larger.
Wasn't that the ongoing joke? I think they said with Power Girl for a while, so they just kept making it bigger and bigger. And the joke was oh, the multiverse is in there or something.
Yeah.
Scary.
The anti-life equation.
Oh my!
Does boobs scare me?
Boob window, anyone?
Oh my!
It's not just for boys.
That's right.
All right, so I was going to say, should we jump in? Because I know there's going to be a lot to unpack.
Yeah, this is a 4-part story, yeah.
Oh, yes. All right, so yes, like we said, the fun begins in Catwoman number 6. It says volume 2, so I'm guessing they counted that first miniseries as volume 1.
Yeah, they must count the miniseries. It's kind of weird, but...
Okay. Lilith and I did cover that a while back.
Yeah, I think you did last year. Yeah,
where they cover where she wore that gray suit, which we always said it looks like a mouse more than a cat. That gray.
I know. I don't like it. Yeah, never cared for that gray suit.
I mean, I think they got rid of that pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, Catwoman number 6 from January 1994. Animal Rights, RITES. Writer Joe Duffy. Penciler, Mr. Jim.
Does boobs scare me?
Ballant. Inker Dick Giordano, colorist Buzz Setzer, letterer Bob Panaha, and editors Dennis O'Neill and Jordan B. Gorfinkel.
Gorfinkel.
Oh, No, this is a DC show. No Tigra.
No Tigra.
If you want Tiger talk, yes, I would tune in to Ray's stuff.
Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast.
Moon Knight podcast.
That's right.
So all right. That's about your favorite character, Batman.
Yeah, Noel loves Batman.
I know, as much as Ray does.
Batman, my favorite character.
Yes, thank you for those drops, Noel. These would not be possible without Noel.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
Our Moon Knight podcast. The Moon Knight podcast. I know. I'm telling you guys and whoever else listens to this, me and Lilith get in his head because when he does that intro, sometimes you could tell he can hear that in his head. He's trying not to like throw that. He's like, welcome back to Into the Night. He's like, the Moon Knight. You know, he doesn't want to.
Yeah. I love it.
Batman books are the Predator in them, or he totally does. I know. I'm telling you, we're in his head.
I love it. I love it so much.
You know, we're so in his head. All he hears is
rape and murder. I'll tell you that.
Speaking of, back to Gotham. All right,
back to Gotham City.
The Friends of the Earth Nature Magic Alliance show Catwoman footage of various animals in a third world country that have been killed by a neurotoxin called Zyklon C. Justin could probably guess which 3 Batman books I own. Noel says.
I don't. Let's see. 10 Nights of the Beast, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Year 1, Frank Miller, Year 1, or Legends of the Dark Knight.
Someone said the magic word, Frank Miller.
Oh.
It's a secret word. Frank Miller. Year 1. Oh, you must have guessed right with Year 1.
Year 1, okay.
What about Year 2 with that McFarlane cape that's like 20 miles long?
Alan Davis, yeah, that's one of my favorites. I love Year 2. I don't know if Manol has that one.
I almost bought that for the figure for Lilith for her birthday / Christmas.
With the big long cape.
Yeah, the cape. I mean, it's like a Batman figure from McFarlane Toys, and the cape's like literally like that long across. Yeah.
Need to have a whole case just for that one figure.
Oh, Dark Knight Returns.
Okay, so I got that one too.
Your mother's a whore.
Frank Miller. Oh, we got a Frank Miller groupie in the chat.
Yeah,
kids. Frank Miller. Of course. And Batman.
Oh, TMNT. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, little Hellfire.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh my God, I tempted her so bad because she loves TMNT, and I said to her one day, I said, if we ever want to switch something up and like put something on pause and do a new, I'm like, I'll do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you guys should totally cover that. I'd love that. I haven't read that actually.
Maybe it's like a one-off or something.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just mean Ninja Turtles in general. I just don't know. But I mean, we can do the Batman one here.
Yeah.
That would be cool. TMNT. I would do TMNT in a heartbeat. Oh, power trio, me, Lilith, and Noel. Oh,
covering some Ninja Turtles. I love that.
Oh, yes. And then finally have all the Moonies under my control. Yes.
A plan comes together at last.
What the F?
All right, so the group also gives Catwoman a collar for cats that raises their volume level to incredible proportions.
Which will come into play later.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
The first 12 books in the 80s. You know what? I had who did those Ninja Turtles in like I don't have the originals, but it was like late 80s, early 90s. Archie, yes, I do. Yeah. I have a bunch of those. Yeah.
I've got a bunch of those too. I've got like 30 of those. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, there were
Raphael was wearing the black suit for a while.
Yeah, the black suit.
And
there was one issue that had art from Gene Colan in it. I was like, wow, Gene Colan doing a Ninja Turtles.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Wow, that's really crazy. It was so cool.
I know. All right. So yes, remember that caller, kids. A trade conference is coming to Gotham City. Who in their right mind would do that within the week to talk about development in rainforested countries? And because international law prevents developers from building in areas populated by endangered species, they plan to use the neurotoxin as a quiet means to proceed with their plans. Even though the group went to the press, a bribe kept the story out of print. Unfortunately, to their shame, the toxin was developed by one of the group's own, Professor Job Underhill. Back to Cat Lady. Oh, yeah, and we're going to get to Pretty Boy Asbats here, too. Underhill is walking the streets of Gotham when kidnappers attempt to take him. Their actions are thwarted by the new Batman. Punchy McArmor, bro.
Scratchy McSlasherton.
Yes. Choir boy Wolverine wannabe. Meanwhile, Catwoman goes home to feed her cats and change into a frumpy outfit so she can return to the Friends as Selina. Before leaving, she puts the radio collar onto one of her cats, Julia. Back at the Friends headquarters, Professor Underhill is collecting himself after narrowly escaping the mugging. Selina is silently flabbergasted at the Batman's new look as the professor explains that he believes he was being kidnapped in order to gain access to the neurotoxin. He says that Zyklon C is inert by itself, but it needs to be mixed with a co-agent, Atrophane, and its mixing process, which is detailed in Valentine's notes, is extremely complicated. While Job expresses his guilt over his work, Marv and Doogie make off with Valentine's notes and the professor's van with the Atrophane in it, and plan to release the gas at the trade conference. When their absence is discovered, Selina vows to prevent them from stealing the Zyklon C. Catwoman goes to the warehouse holding the Zyklon C, bringing along Julio and the radio collar. She discovers the barrel of Zyklon C easily, along with a barrel of benzotrilene, which she hopes to use as a decoy. She takes the Zyklon C and hides it near the warehouse. But while she goes back for the second agent, her actions are watched from above by Batman.
Mm-hmm.
This is where this is where it gets nuts. This is gonna get nuts, kids.
Yeah, he's watching very intently.
Oh, yes, he is, kids. Virgin Choir Boy versus Jim Fallon Catwoman. Yes.
Yeah.
Those boobs scare me.
Things are going to escalate very quickly from here.
Oh, they're going to escalate quickly, yes. Yes, and there is a mistake. A mistake on this cover. It says it's Knightquest the Search. No, it is Knightquest the Crusade.
Crusade, yes. Bruce was involved in the search.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I
don't know. Technically, I mean, is Jean-Paul Valley searching for something?
Well, yeah, in this story, yes.
Maybe that's not quite the mistake we think that is. Jean-Paul Valley's on quite the quest for
superior puss.
Oh, that works on so many levels. He's
it really does.
Catwoman.
Superior puss.
Yes. Another country heard from. No, he's not looking for that Russell, the O-ring.
He might be. You never know.
He'll be a pervert, Russell. He's not looking for the O-ring. He's looking for
superior puss.
And that whip.
Oh yeah, he wants the little 2-for-1. He wants the little. Oh yeah, Russell, me too.
Little scratch and sniff.
How did I know this was going to degenerate into this? Is it me? Am I the connection? I thought it was Lilith, but she's nowhere to be found. just her twin brothers here. I don't know. Oh, Russell, jeez. Him and his math.
Oh man.
Whoa.
That's adventurous.
Whoa. I think that's bordering on illegal.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
If you're putting 4 there, I mean, it might as well go for the whole fist. Jeez. Jeez. What do, one in the wait, one and then 4. What do we call that? A gamma charge? What?
Gamma clap.
I don't know. If she ain't into it, that sounds like a Tomes of Evil to me. All right. So any other thoughts on this first issue, Dustin? Or I mean, it's a lot of setup. So
yeah, it's a lot of setup. I really liked, one of my favorite parts was the artist's interpretation of the new Batman towards the end of the issue, where they had like the skull and like a cannon on his shoulder and like all this stuff.
It almost looks like a cross between like War Machine and like a Terminator or something. Yeah.
Exactly. I loved that. I thought that was so clever.
Like, oh crap, is that Jean Paul's next costume?
Yeah, is that the next upgrade? I still think it's so funny how this guy Job was like this big like eco like pseudo eco-terrorist guy, and yet he developed like the major catalyst for this like horribly deadly toxic gas. Didn't you know what you were working on? I mean, you could have, you're a smart guy. You could have put this together, that this could have been used to wipe out like rainforests and things that you feel passionate about. Like,
I know you in that chat room are going to appreciate this. This is another Bruce Banner. Oh, I didn't know that was going to happen when I was Gamma Bomb.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's all in the name of science. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Backfired on him, and you know, otherwise you could have created like 100 Hulks. You never know.
Yeah, right. But I mean, Selena even brings it up. She's like, "What possessed you to synthesize that compound in the first place?"
It's found it as a scientific challenge.
Yeah. And Valentine's all like, "Back off, girl. You know Job as well as I do. He never asked why they wanted it. Well, he should have. He should have. Damn right, he should have.
Exactly." Oh,
but
Lord, no.
Without that, we wouldn't have a story. So yeah.
Look, Noel's still here.
Oh my!
And
wow.
I can't. Oh my God! Thank you for censoring yourself, Russell. Jeez, I can't even read half of Russell's comments, man. You gotta watch the YouTube for this. You know it's pretty bad when I long for the days for a, oh, little Hellfire's not as bad as this. So,
I'm a bad influence. What can I say?
Cat Lady isn't for kids.
Well, some kids.
Well, all those kids are saying.
Does boobs scare me?
Yeah.
Booty looks good all the time.
Oh, wow. Balin Catwoman.
Like an animal.
What did you think of this issue, Phil?
Again, it was good, but it was just, again, it was a lot of setup, and we're, oh Lord, they're all here. Oh God, someone's double teaming us on the social media. Is that you, Ray?
All of my co-hosts in one place.
His favorite biscuits.
My favorite biscuit. That's right. All in one place. I love it. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
And literally, this has never been more appropriate.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Look at Ray! Oh, look at Ray requesting drops. Okay, Ray.
Batman my favorite character.
Oh, I love it.
Ray's in the chat room. Yes. You know
Ray.
him from Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, Knowers to Fear, a Spider-Woman podcast, the Predator and Prey, a Ucha podcast, and of course, you know him from all these podcasts. Well, he talks Scarlet Spider with me and Dave last week of every
Ultimate
month.
Spider Cast.
And of course, the thing that will live on in infamy for thousands of years on the internet.
Batman, my favorite character. Into the
And
Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
And sometimes co-host on Wondercast,
Yes, Wondercast. Yes,
which is coming up with a new episode in a couple months.
yes. When Lil takes another sabbatical after she has to do drunken reviews of all of Heroes Reborn. Yes,
She's gonna need a vacation after that.
she's going to be spending September in an asylum, kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Heroes Reborn detox.
Seriously. He's gonna do 4 months of drunken reviews on Heroes Reborn, and then then she's gonna be spending September taking it easy in a facility, saying,
Am I supposed to get my medicine soon?
"Oh, whoa,
Wow.
who is this? Eve Heaven Water's best friend? What the hell?"
That can't be Ray.
That can't be Ray. Oh, Russell. Oh,
It's gotta be Russell. Gotta be Russell.
Oh man. Wait till if he sees this, Russell.
Oh man, he's gonna revoke the privileges. No more Facebook logins.
All right, so let's get to part 2 here.
Yes, Batman 503.
Jean-Paul Valley's already got blue balls. Let's go. All right.
That's right.
It was Russell all along. Hold on. It was Russell all along.
I feel like that needs to be a drop. It was Russell all along.
All right, so part 2, Batman 503 from January 1994 again. Night becomes woman. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of Ray and Moon Knight things, writer Doug Mensch,
Mm-hmm.
penciler and inker Mike Manley, colorist Adrian Roy, letterer Ken Brezenek, and editors, once again, Dennis O'Neill and Jordan B. Gorfinkel.
Gorf.
Mike Manley, didn't you date him in college?
Briefly.
Oh my!
No, I kid.
He's like, it wasn't brief. All right, kids. All right, pick up right where we left off. After seeing Catwoman on the Gotham waterfront, Batman goes back to the cave, mesmerized by her grace and presence.
Grace and presence, huh?
Looking her up in Bruce Wayne's files on the computer. You know.
You notice he books it right back to the Batcave and looks.
Oh, you literally see him screech into that cave, right?
He wastes no time getting back to those files.
Literally, look at that page, kids. I mean, that car is screeching sideways into that cave. He's shifting gears, but not in that car. He's looking up them files as quick as he can.
Yeah.
Never has a man typed with one hand so ferociously.
And the files are sublabeled Superior Puss.
Oh, what's this file? Superior Puss.
Superior Puss.
The next night on the rooftop of GCPD headquarters, Gordon informs Batman of increased fear of terrorist action at the upcoming trade conference later in the week. He tells Batman of the stolen Zyklon C at the same place where he saw Catwoman last night. Gordon is not so sure that Catwoman would steal neurotoxin in order to kill others, but Batman doesn't want to hear it. Gordon is summoned to Mayor Kroll's home, who tells the commissioner to let the Batman take care of the situation. Oh, he's going to take care of the situation.
He's going to take care of it, all right.
Just let them get them out. Just let them get it out of their system, Jim. Catwoman goes to a warehouse to steal benzotrilene, since it's the only thing close to Zyklon C that any terrorist would try to mix with. Batman is on her trail, though, and confronts her before making off with the chemicals. Batman suspects Catwoman of blackmail terrorism, but his mannerisms and attitude is enough for Catwoman to know that this Batman is not the one she has previously encountered. Catwoman manages to elude him, but Batman quickly gets back on the trail, feeling his awe of her was to blame for her getting away in the first place. Yeah, kids, you're not that much quicker with 3 legs than 2. Oh man, no. Russell, my favorite character. He is a character. What's Noel say? French Batman want to French that cat lady. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. Multiple times.
Those boobs scare me.
yeah.
You gotta rub that one in.
Or out, as the case may be. All right. So, oh yes, and the back computer. Yes, we do see various Catwoman costumes. Yes, the first is the early post-crisis version. The second is the Golden Age version of the character, and the third one is the current version.
Yeah, I liked that little touch there. That was nice.
Mm-hmm. All right. So thoughts on this, Jonathan?
I love this. I wish that Mike Manley had drawn more Catwoman because I just love his rendition of Catwoman. I think she looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some panels where like her eyes, it's just like the green lenses in her mask, and you don't see her pupils behind it. I thought that was a nice touch too. It looks really cool.
Oh, yeah.
The way that he inks his own pencils in these 2 issues is just gorgeous. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes when I think of this run, Knightquest, the Crusade, I immediately think of this story because I love his whole fight with Catwoman is so great. Even beyond all the weird sexual stuff, like there's one part early in this issue where he talks about dreaming about her. Remember, he looks her up on the computer, and then before he goes to meet with Jim on the rooftop, he goes, "The dreams were shameful." It's like, oh God, Jean Paul, please. Shameful, huh? Yeah, I've been involved in a whip. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So. Besides that, though, I mean, I love the whole fight sequence, and I love the art. There's a cool couple of really cool double page spreads in here.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's so good. The art
like when they're fighting in the warehouse and stuff.
Yeah, and Doug Mensch writes a great Catwoman. Like actually the very first Batman comic I ever bought was a Doug Mensch story, and it was when Catwoman. It was pre-crisis. It was when Catwoman and Batman were just going on a date. And they were just trying to have a normal date, and they kept running into all this crazy crap in Gotham, like people holding up stores and muggings going on. They just it was great. So I always love a Doug Mensch Catwoman story.
Oh, that would be an interesting episode. We compare and contrast that issue of Batman and Catwoman on a date, and then we do the Grunwald episode of Captain America and Diamondback on their date.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, date a couple date episodes. I like that idea.
See, who got a
Do that
better
for Valentine's Day month.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, I mean, I thought it's always interesting. Like Mensch, like he wrote like pre-crisis Batman, and then he came back and was writing Batman in this era and stuff. So
yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's a good script, even with all the funny Jean Paulisms.
Oh yeah, and Catwoman's like, "You're not him." You're like, he like reeks of pheromones. You have like none.
You're sterile. She goes, "You're sterile almost." I love that too. That was great because it makes sense that Catwoman would have that opinion of Bruce, like that he reeks of pheromones and stuff, and she would know that about him after spending all of this time with him.
Well, I was gonna say, so the exception of like maybe Talia, it's like who else knows it? You know, what other woman knows him that well?
Right, exactly. So she would know right away that this isn't Bruce. I love that.
Noel says the 4th costume was the camel toe one.
Was that the leather one?
Oh, what, the Michelle Pfeiffer one?
Wasn't there a costume that they based on that movie outfit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of female characters had that costume in the 90s. Well, no, yeah, that's the 90s suits, you know.
Totally.
I think it was freaking Lawrence of Arabia in here in the 90s.
Barbed wire, anyone?
Oh my!
Those boobs scare me.
Yeah. Exactly. Run,
Oh
folks,
my
run.
god! I just noticed your name, Alsreal.
Alsreal, you like that?
All right. So yes, this continues into the next Batman issue. Like we said, the Catwoman issues are the bookends. All right. So next one is Batman 504 from February 1994. Dark Dance. But by the same team as the previous issue. After experiencing a vision of Saint Dumas or Saint Dumas, Batman continues on the trail for Catwoman. His search brings him back to the warehouse where she stole the Zyklon C. He comes to a boathouse with the neurotoxin on board one of the boats. Suddenly, Catwoman puts the boat in gear and hightails it away down the river. As the two struggle, the boat goes out of control, and he missed his chance to make "I'm sending you down the river" joke. Adam West would not have missed that.
Yeah.
As the two struggle, the boat goes out of control. They both ditch the boat before it crashes, with Catwoman in possession of the placebo drug, benzotrilline, and with Batman still in pursuit. Gordon gets the call about the boat crash, goes to the scene to find out where the two masked vigilantes went. Still not sure that Catwoman's mixed up in terrorism. Batman follows Catwoman to the Tuscany building. Their fight causes a large gargoyle to fall, coincidentally on Montoya's cop car. Gordon calls more police on the scene while Batman and Catwoman are fighting to a stalemate. The police move in on the scene with Batman pointing out the benzotrilline on the floor to Gordon as proof of Catwoman's terrorist activities and leaves the scene, leaving an enraged Catwoman to fend for herself. He seems so petty in that note. He's just like, "Hey, here we go.
Yeah, you take care right now, Gordon."
Then he just like jumps out the window.
Yeah, this is great. There's some hilarious dialogue in this. Towards the end, where they're getting in that like end scrap, and they're like scratching and beating each other. Jean-Paul says to her, "You're the night herself, and a devil for making me want you."
Yes.
And Catwoman says, "And you're a fool for thinking you can take me." And he says, "You will go down." And then she goes, "Never, not for you."
Wait, read that dialogue again more slowly.
You will go down. Oh, really?
No. We'll save that for Little Hellfire's Only for Fans.
Yes, that's right. Only
Yes.
fans. Yeah. But that's just one example of some of the great dialogue.
Oh, I know.
I mean, my God, it's perfect. And the battle too, like the battle on the roof is great. Like the whole thing on the boat. It's a great issue with a lot of really good action in it. That just never really lets up. It just continues throughout the whole thing.
I mean, and even like the Mike Manley art. I mean, like when after that boat crashes and you just see Jean-Paul like holding the cape, like walking out of the flames and stuff. And
yeah, and there's that gorgeous 2-page spread where Selina's swinging at the gargoyle and about to launch it into him. Like that's really great. There's some excellent art in this issue.
Oh yeah, both these issues, both the Batman. I mean, all the art's good on all of these, but the Manley art on the Batman issues,
it's definitely stand out for
I
sure.
think, his art really helps set the tone for like these stories. You know, his whole run when he started, like, I think he started at Mikros and or no, he was on Batman 500.
500. Yeah, he did the second half. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. And I think that he, out of all the artists that drew like the As-Bats armor, I think his rendition was the best looking out of all of them, in my opinion. I think it looked the best.
I mean, Graham Nolan did a good job too, but it really wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like shadowy enough. Like Manley, like really brings the darkness and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good balance between the dark and the armored, the kind of the shiny armor aspect of the armor. Yeah, it's cool.
And like you said, like Catwoman's like green night lenses and stuff. And
Yeah. And her boobs look like normal proportions in this issue.
Those boobs scare me.
They don't look like she's had a recent trip to LA.
it'd be funny if you like start pulling like a bunch of like lock picks and like a bunch of other tools out of there, and then just
Right.
like you see it like going down because that's like it's just like full of like burglar tools or something.
That's where she keeps all of her tools. It's a utility belt. It's a utility bra.
It's where John Paul wanted to put his tool there.
You're the knight herself. Oh, I love it.
Oh, and then on both these Batman issues, we did get the Kelly Jones covers.
Yes, which are excellent as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the second one you see her beating the ever-loving tar out of Jean Paul with her whip.
I know he's laying on the ground. She has one hand around his throat, and the other one's holding that whip.
Yeah.
I mean, just waiting for a little word bubble saying yes, please.
Yes, I dreamt about this last night. Oh, Saint Dumas, you brought my dreams to life. Thank you.
Beat me in a submission surrounded by these gargoyles. Yes.
Yes. Saint Dumas will be pleased.
Flog me with your heathen ways. Oh boy. All right. We ready for the last one?
Yeah, let's go back to Catwoman.
Yes. That Catwoman back to Ballant. All right, come on. Hit the link. Come on. All right. All right, kids. Let's wrap this whole damn thing up. Catwoman number 7. I like that cover of that. That's a Ballant cover, right?
Yeah, I like that cover too. It's really cool.
Yeah. February 1994 again. Same team as that first Catwoman issue. It's the body chemistry.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Wow.
Catwoman is forced to deal with Gordon and his men after Batman puts blame upon her for stealing neurotoxins to fund terrorist activities, leaving her incensed. Fortunately, she activates the new collar amplifier on the cat she brought with her, causing the cat's voice to sound like a large, wild feline, which allows her to escape. Before leaving, she tells Gordon where the Zyklon C is and to keep it safe. So, I guess they thought it like a lion or something was coming at them.
Wild, like an animal.
Oh my. Marv and Doogie are bummed that the police now have the Zyklon C, which leaves the co-agent they've stolen useless without it. They've decided to kidnap Job to make him mix the stuff to be released in the trade conference. Job and Valentine arrive outside the conference, with Job willing to go the trade developers to make them see reason when Marv and Doogie pull up in Job's stolen van and kidnap the professor. Catwoman turns on the bat signal in police headquarters, and Batman arrives. She convinces Batman she's not seeking profit for the chemicals and asks for help to thwart the terrorists. At a vocational school, Job mixes the chemicals for the terrorists. Doogie takes off for the conference with the mixture, while Marv decides to kill Job. Before he can proceed, Batman and Catwoman bust in on the scene and take out Marv. Job tells Batman that all he mixed up for Doogie was simple tear gas. The police arrive at the conference and take in Doogie, while Catwoman boasts her accomplishments to everyone from a moving helicopter, amusing Gordon and enraging Batman. Oh my god, if you didn't know Jean Paul was like the villain of this thing already, I mean, that last panel, he's just like shaking his fist.
Yeah.
I'll get you next time, Catwoman.
That's right. Another double cross. Yeah. He's totally the bad guy in this one.
All you left me with was this fist.
Although that Marvin Doogie, like I was surprised when they came up and kidnapped Job, one of them was like, "Eat fist, Valentine." He punches Valentine right in the face and just leaves her like laying out on the sidewalk. I was like, "Damn, these guys are harsh."
I know.
Oh God. They hauled Job away.
I mean, I guess they wanted the four to think they were like, friends of the environment, like the rest of them in the beginning, and then it's just like, no, they're in it for their own little.
Yeah, they've got their own goals, of course. Like most people in Gotham, they have ulterior motives that aren't respectful or honorable.
Oh my God, where's Noel at? I was looking. The characters Floyd and Marv are seemingly modeled after the rock stars Ozzy Osbourne and Tony Imani.
Are they really? I love
That's what
that.
it says here. I don't.
Oh, that's so funny.
Batman punches him in the face. Shan!
Eat fish, Sharon.
Oh, the last time you bite the head off a bat.
That's appropriate for a Batman story, definitely.
Exactly. Trying to think what else is in this issue. Again, the art. I mean, the art is great in this.
Yeah, I love this. Although I might have to retract my earlier statements because there's a couple of panels in here where Catwoman's boobs are looking really large, and this was only in issue number 7. So I think already Jim Ballant was kind of like, yeah, let's boost these things up a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's sneaking it in more and more.
Yeah,
just seeing how far he can get away with it.
Those boobs scare me.
Yeah, the first 4 or 5 issues, they look normal proportions, but you can slowly see them start to grow larger as the series progresses. But I love this first year of Catwoman, and really the first 25, 30. I've got to go back and reread it. Actually, it might even be more issues than that, but I just remember that a lot of that early Catwoman stuff was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Where they go into some of her origin, where she was training with that weird kind of like ninja sect out in the desert somewhere. Do you remember that story?
Yeah.
That was cool. And there was like that jackal guy with the jackal mask that was her sworn nemesis. There was some great stories in that Catwoman series.
Might have to cover some of that on other episodes. Maybe you, me, and Lo cover some of that.
Yeah, I'd love that for sure.
But we will get back to this Catwoman series during Night's End.
Yes. She actually plays a very important role in that.
I was gonna say she gets trapped in that. The rest of them.
And there's that big scene on the bridge. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I loved this though, the part in the beginning with the cat Julio with the collar. I thought that was so clever. I love that little piece. That's how she gets out of the. I feel like didn't they use that on the animated series, or did my imagination manufacture that?
It sounds familiar. They might have done that. I mean,
or something similar to it.
This is that era, so they easily could have been like, "Oh yeah, that happened in the comic. Let's do it."
Yeah. I don't know. I just seem to remember something to do with her getting away using a cat to distract the cops and making it think that it was something other than it was. But maybe my imagination made that up.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Now I'm gonna have to go in there, turn on HBO Max, and watch like every Catwoman episode.
Yeah. Which one was it?
Episode 15.
Yeah. It might have been one with Isis the cat.
Oh, yes.
Seems like something that Isis would have done. Yeah. Yeah, but I love that little part where Julio comes out wearing that little collar with the microphone on it. There's that cute panel of him just going, meow. It's so good.
Oh my God! Can you just imagine John Paul? I mean, she lights the bat signal to call you. I mean, is he just like, this is it?
This is my moment. All those shameful dreams led up to this moment.
Let's do it right on top of the light. Yes.
Yeah. I don't care if Gordon watches. I don't care if your cats watch. Let them watch.
Oh my. Hell, get the whole GCPD up there.
That's right. We need someone to hold the cameras anyway. We're gonna sell this.
Who wants to see the sword of Azrael? Slay another evildoer.
What did you think of this issue, Phil?
I liked it. It was good. Again, it was so funny. Just the way they ended it, just with Jean Paul. Just like, I'll get you next time.
I'll get you, Selena, if it's the last thing I do.
Oh, he wants to get her. He's like, okay.
Yeah. Saint Dumas is my witness.
But yeah, I like the whole thing. Like you said, there some of that early Catwoman was really good.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, it's making me want to go back and dig it out and reread it now.
Yeah, do that too. But again, like you said, Balin's kind of tame at this point. I mean, those boobs are kind of larger, but they're not. I mean, eventually they get bigger than her head.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, they look. I think it's around issue 50 or something. It's ridiculous. Like when she gets the armor and stuff, it's like, what's going on here? Maybe it was the inker too, but she looks a lot more normal proportions in these early issues to me.
Oh my god, I told Lilith, I was like looking online. I'm like always looking for like stuff we can cover. I was looking for stuff that's not like Marvel or DC, and I guess Jim Balance has like his own. It's been going for a while, I guess. What is it? Is it Tarot Witch of the Black Rose or something?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't read any of that, but
I think it's like that, but it's like this, but worse. I mean, I think there's nudity in it. I mean, he's
yeah. Yeah, it sounds pretty risque.
Yeah, you're getting internet.
Yeah, that's very NC-17.
On a scale of 1 to,
Does boobs scare me?
how bad is it?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Overall, 4 issues. What grade would you give this?
I like I said, I love this story. Yeah, this is one of my favorites out of the Knightquest, the Crusade stuff. So I would give this one out of 5 Jean-Paul shameful dreams, I'd give this one 4 out of 5.
Oh my.
I love it. I love the art. I love the story. I love the fact that like Selena was trying to prevent this nerve toxin from getting used in the rainforest. For some reason, that to me it appeals to me a lot. I thought that was a really cool story plot device for her. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think you're dead on. It's probably gonna be a 4 out of 5. And shameful dreams. You know that means he woke up in a puddle, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just sweat either.
Oh no, no. No. It was salty, but I don't know if it was sweat.
So salty.
Scream at. He was. He definitely was.
Tapping my way downtown. Well, that escalated.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. All right. So, I just taking a picture of our chat room here so I can send Ray, be like, hey, someone was just identity thieving you. So
Yes, yeah. Somebody's logging in under the Predator and Prey account.
So expect a knock at your door. It's random hacker in Kentucky. They're coming to get you. All right. I had a doorbell. Come on. So many drops. Have to wade through all the little hellfire dick drops. Oh, here it is. Yes, the cops are coming for you, random face or random computer user in Kentucky.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, that must be the Mountain Dew. All right. Before I get myself into trouble. All right. Any other thoughts on this, Justin?
No, like I said, I really enjoy this story. This is one of my favorites from the Crusade era
Oh,
of
yeah.
Asbats. Yeah, both in terms of story and art and really everything. Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So I was gonna, got schedule up here. Next. All right. Again, we pre-recorded, but yes, next week starts June. Starts Daddy Issue June, kids.
Uh-oh.
Next episode, Lilith and I will talk Batman Family number 6, 8, 9, 16, and 19, featuring the Joker's daughter.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
some daddy issues.
Full of dent, yes. And then in 2 weeks, we'll talk Detective Comics 482 and 483 with more Joker's daughter. And then in 3 weeks, I mean, the timing works perfectly. Yes, the daddy issue of them all, the 3-issue Flashpoint Batman Night of Vengeance.
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint Batman, the king of daddy issues. Yes.
Oh my.
That
Doing a
original
deep dive.
that original miniseries. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
And then in 1 month, kids, Justin returns and we'll talk Batman Shadow of the Bat 24, which I believe is Rosemary's Baby. And we're going to cover 2 of those Bloodlines annuals that we threatened. Detective Comics Annual 6 and Batman Legends of the Dark Knight Annual 3.
Yes, I'll be excited to cover those.
Yes, so lots of good stuff coming, kids. So send us all your thoughts on all of it. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, the Patreon. Subscribe now. I'm warning you now, kids. You do not want to miss Lilith Hellfire's drunken reviews of Heroes Reborn.
Yes. Join me in the Patreon Elite because it's definitely worth it to hear all of this. I mean, Heroes Reborn alone, that's one story. I mean, I'll cover a lot of crappy comics. Everybody knows that. But I won't cover Heroes Reborn with a 10-foot pole. Like, I just won't. So the fact that Lilith will do it, and that she'll do it uncensored and drunk, I can't wait. So, yeah, sign up for that, and you get to hear all of it as it unfolds.
And just the escalation, because I think she's going to start slightly buzzed, she said, and then just like she's going to keep drinking as you're doing it. So,
oh man,
yeah. So you'll be able to like try to guess at the alcohol consumption rate as we go along, kids.
And you can guess which elements of the comics pushed her over the edge and made her drink even more.
Oh yes. Oh, well, wait till we get to Captain America. Oh my god.
Man. Was it the chest? Was it the pouches? Was it the feet?
Like I said, she's not even a huge fan of good Captain America comics. So oh my god.
I can't wait.
So yeah, kids, you want to subscribe to the Patreon. Join the Patreon Elite, like our friend Justin.
Yes. Yeah, don't miss out on any of this hilarity.
And speaking of Justin, yes, he joins me here once a month to talk Asbats. You can catch him every week on Marvel Tales with me, where we talk something different from Marvel Comics every week. Speaking of June, we're about to start our Evolutionary War.
Yes, big 5-part, mega review of the huge Evolutionary War crossover.
Every week of June, we're going to cover the whole damn thing. So
yeah, I can't wait for that. Love it.
But also, he also podcasts without me. How dare you? So yes, where else can people catch you, Justin?
I can also be found with my pal Russell over on Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is. We talk about everything to do with the Hulk twice a month. And we also have a Patreon over there, so do join us and get access to bonus episodes every month. And also, we are joined by our good pal Ray, the High Priest of Khonshu himself, over on Predator and Prey, a Yucha podcast where we talk about everything to do with the Predator in comics, film, action figures, and more. And my solo project, The Lost Library of Legends, now that my concert adventure is out of the way this week, I can finally go back and put the finishing touches to the first 2 episodes of that, in which I will be talking about some lost and forgotten about comic books from the last 30 to 40 years.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, kids. It's been a long time coming. So, yeah.
It has. It's been like a year and a half in the making, but I'm finally almost there.
Well, that escalated.
That escalated slowly.
Giant sized man thing.
Yeah, that was one of the distractions too.
Oh my!
I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod.
He has 3 distractions, kids.
Things in common, you know, cannabis and comics and other things starts with C.
Lots of distractions.
Scream at!
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us for another episode of
Superior Puss.
There will be more to come.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She'll be back. Our good friend Jean-Paul will be back next month. Like I said, Batman, Shadow of the Bat 24, Detective Comics Annual, and the Legends of the Dark Knight Annual, all from Bloodlines.
Yeah, send in your thoughts about Bloodlines.
Yes. And then we'll get to what was it, Gunfire? We'll get to his annual when we get to his return. Yes.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
I was messaging Ray already. Be like, someone's impersonating him. Drop in the screenshot. There we go.
He's gonna love that.
Expect an international call soon, Russell. All right, kids. Come back next time. And remember, join us same bat time.
Same bat channel.
Where of the night.
The Batman Podcast.
Remember, kids, never fear. Except those boobs. Good night.